I woke up this morning, dick rock hard.
What is up, YouTube?
Listen here. Do not say anything about my hairline, okay? I didn't cut my hairline on purpose. I didn't cut it on purpose, okay? I'm waiting for a piece to grow back, so don't cook me in the comments. I'm still the sexiest game dev out there, okay? Yeah. Yeah, you like that?
Welcome back to another devlog. Yeah, and today we're gonna be starting with the deep throat segment. I need help. This month of game dev was not the month for me. Let's just put it that way. As you can see, I'm acting out. Okay, I'm acting out. Okay, so we're gonna do a little. Okay, so we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna do things a little bit differently. This devlog, fucking bitch. I'm sick of this shit. You know how hard it is being the sexiest devlog out? My ego's going crazy right now. We're gonna do things a little bit differently in this devlog because I hit a major roadblock this month, and so the progress that I made this month was not the progress to be proud of, but still progress to be proud of. If you understand what I don't know, what does the fucking script say? So pretty much I got stuck during my game dev journey. So we're gonna go ahead and speed run the things that I'd achieved in the first week. I made a list of things that I wanted to do to level polish pretty much. I modeled long emissive light posts. These light up through the material, so I don't have to set up a light for them. I created an opening for the dome's tunnel and the silo. This way you can get to the underground area of the map that I will be modeling soon. I modeled beam lights to go on the beams. I modeled wall lights as well. I made a different version of the conveyor belt for the underground section. It's pretty much just an open conveyor belt. I finished lighting up the map by placing all the different lights that I made around the map. I transferred the stairs properly from an asset pack and set them up leading to the top of the south silo. I made bushes and small Joshua trees because there's like a bunch of them on job. But like the thing is, it's so dark in my game environment, I don't even think it's worth adding. I created a teaser YouTube video to let y'all know this game is available to wishlist on Steam. Go ahead and wishlist this game on Steam. You know, I have all these different backgrounds. I should have had Steam right there to let y'all know, like, yo, this game is on Steam. I'm sorry, but Zoro and Toji Fushiguro and X and what's it called are too cool. So wishlist get my game on Steam if you like any of these people, right? We're bonding right now. We're bonding. You wanna have sex with me? I mean, we're bonding. Oh my god. You wanna have sex with me? Yo, that's actually comedy. Just randomly out of nowhere. You wanna have sex? Yo, I'm a comedian. Yo, f this game dev shit. On something else. Shit. Ego's going crazy today. Damn. I'm really tweaking out here. Then I finished setting up all the flickering lights. I put vents in the ER room, set up more support beams to make it look more realistic. I set up baghouse pipes for the baghouses. I also expanded the top of the barn bin because it did look pretty empty, and now it looks pretty good. I fixed textures on an air conditioner asset. I also colored landscape, which felt pointless because it's too dark to even tell. I finished the train tracks. I was going to add trees, rocks, and bushes to the distance landscapes, but damn, this script is ass, bro. Like, I keep repeating myself and I'm not changing it. This video will be unprofessional. I don't care. You know why? Because of what I had to deal with this month. Okay, so let's finish this. Let's wrap this up. The last thing I did was work on some goddamn roads. Okay, I worked on some roads. You happy? Now, let's get into the problem, okay? Modeling a game character. I'm gonna section this in steps, all right? And we're gonna start at step 0, concept art. I got my little kitty glove, my 2 finger for my pinky to be able to, on my screen, to doodle and shit. Yeah, I pulled that out and I embarrassed myself live on Twitch. This looks like a child's drawing. Holy shit. Oh my god, you gotta trust the process though, man. You gotta trust the process. I don't even think I could trust the process, man. So I hate this already. I'm redoing it. So we're just doing a basic outline of the monster. One arm, one leg. Oh, I just blew on my screen like I was really erasing. It's electric. This guy looks like a piece of fucked up chicken. He doesn't even look scary, he looks fat. He looks stubby, bro. He's supposed to be longer. It's okay, we'll make him skinnier at least. This thing looks so dumb. I'm gonna... Bro. This is why I've been avoiding this. What the fuck is that? This is child's art, bro. This is good child's art. God, this is embarrassing. Now look, I can draw, okay? I promise I could draw really good. Look at the drawing on screen. I can draw. Okay, the only thing is I can only draw anime. That's the only thing I can fucking draw is a fucking anime character, bro. I can draw, okay? I can draw. Long live X, long live Jaw. Shout out Gekum. I can draw. This was like 5th grade. This was 5th grade too. Look at this. Look at this. I can draw. Look at this one again. Look at the hand. Okay, that's my first time ever doing anything with shading. So the fact that I can draw just based off that was very frustrating to me, and it just felt embarrassing. But I was like, you know what, fucking, I'm just gonna use those shitty drawings and I'm gonna fucking wing this shit. So that's what I did. I fucking winged this shit. So now let's go to step 1, blocking out, which I just started with the cube and I was just tracing the background image with said cube, making the legs. I made the front legs and the back legs, used mirror modifiers and all that good stuff. Step 2, sculpting. This was my first time ever touching the sculpting side of Blender, and honestly, I had a fucking blast. That was so fun. I had a blast. I really enjoyed sculpting. It's like playing with clay or Play-Doh. Wait, what's the difference between clay and Play-Doh? Sculpting lets you really get into making details. There was a bunch of different brushes too, and I just had a lot of fun. This monster was looking chopped, but I kept trying to trust that process, you know? And then boom, I had a complete sculpt to my liking. And now I'm done, right? Now I could go and texture it, right? Because it looks great, right? Nope! Nope! Absolutely not! So basically I spent all that time making this nice sculpt, right? Adding all these little details. Turns out I'm making millions and millions of faces. What's a face for the who doesn't know? A face is pretty much a side of the square of a square. So look at the cube right here. You see a cube on screen. The cube has a face on the top, a face on the left, a face on the... This square part is a face. Now, when you're sculpting, you're literally making millions and millions of those faces. And so your game can't handle all those faces. So that's why you have to jump into the next step, which is called Retopology. And that's pretty much where you trace over your high poly sculpt mesh, the high quality one, and you turn one square, and the goal is to turn that one square into like between 5,000 and 30,000 faces. I turned one little square into like 47,000 faces, I think. And it was the tedious. I like tedious tasks, I'm not gonna lie, and it was the tedious task that I had ever done. And not only that, it's not as easy as just covering the whole mesh with the squares. No, you have to do it by pattern. You have to start with the eyes and go around the eyes, and it's just like, it's such a big process that I did not understand at all, to the point where I was like, I didn't even want to do it anymore. So for a week I just stopped, and then my 4th week I was like, damn, I need to make a devlog, and I can't just show up with nothing. So this is where I thank you guys, because making these devlogs is holding me accountable. It really is, because I was ready to quit almost, I guess you could say. And that sounds pathetic probably, but yeah, I admit I was in a low moment where I was like, bro, fuck this. Retopology was the roadblock that damn near... But yeah, that shit was stressful, bro. Step 4, UV unwrapping. Now, I have little to no experience with UV unwrapping, and just like everything else I've been doing in this past devlog, I just fucking winged it. So step 3, retopology, and step 4, UV unwrapping, both of those things were done. Now, transferring the details from the high quality sculpt to the low quality mesh that we made. And so to do that, you had to become a fucking baker and bake the details from one thing to another. You have to become a baker. I lied. Because there's no cookies. Sorry. So now that step 3 and step 4 were done, I had to figure out a way to get the details from the high quality sculpt to the low poly mesh that we had just made. So how do we do that? We bake. Now, what is baking? It's not cookies and it's not greatness like you think it is, okay? Baking is just a process that allows you to get the details from the sculpt, the high quality sculpt, to your low poly mesh. That's what baking is. I can't come up with any analogies like putting chocolate chips on a cookie, because that's just not the fucking same, okay? So pretty much I had to create a normal map. So I had to set up my UV unwrap, and I had to put everything in the places, whatever, and then make a normal map out of that. And a normal map is just pretty much a colorless map. So now step 5, I paid for Substance Painter through Adobe. Fucking money hungry mother. Oh my God. So I learned how to paint my models. The first version of him made him kind of look like a rock monster. Someone pointed that out on TikTok. So I made some changes to the skin and whatnot, and tweaked some other areas. Finally, my monster was done being made, and now I have to rig and animate this character, and hopefully that goes smoothly. It does feel very rewarding being able to have gotten past this roadblock that I was at, because that retopology bullshit had me in a chokehold, and I hated it. I genuinely hated it, and like I feel like I didn't make the progress that I wanted to make this month because the retopology part demotivated me so much. Like I was so stuck so bad that I just didn't even want to do it anymore. It just feels great that I did it, that I pushed through it. I took like a week or a week and a half off or whatever. I came back and I pushed through it. So if you're struggling with anything, don't give up. Take a break. Go touch some grass like I did. Go stay in a weird hotel like I did, and then come back and accomplish it. Just point is, don't give up. It's not worth it. Anyways, now I kind of understand retopology. Everything has to flow a certain way. I'll be making more monsters for this game to practice retopology as well, so I look forward to that and getting better at retopology, and I'm not being sarcastic. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to wishlist my game on Steam. And now it is time for me to go train this monster that I just made to eat y'all when y'all play my game.